Alright guys, good morning or good afternoon to the YouTube channels. This is a 2009 Toyota Scion TC. It is the 2.4 PVC tank. What we're doing is a rear main seal, and to do this you would need about 5 to 8 hours of work. We'll need a 12 millimeter, 13, a 14, a 17, and a 21, 22, and a 30 point for your CV axle. So as you can see right now, we have unbolted the subframe, which is the cross member, taking it down. What we have here is the racking pinion, which is hanging on, which is what you want to do. You want to make sure all these bolts get left on. There's 4 main bolts to the racking pinion. You got one here, and you got another one right here. This one actually comes off using an air ratchet, or you could go ahead and use your regular ratchet tools there. I do recommend an air tools. It makes the job a lot quicker. You got your motor mount, which you always want to leave hanging. There's a little tricky to this. Once you take off 2 bolts here, there's 2 more nuts in here, which you got to reach in through the cross member, and it should be a 14 millimeter bolt there. So you want to make sure you take those off. Take the big one up there. If you want to go ahead and leave it hanging, or you could just leave it like as is. I do kind of figured out that it is best to leave the bolt inside the motor mount. Just taking off these 3 bolts here would drop it down easier. You got the other 2 mounting bolts here, sway bar. Yeah, there's 4 10 millimeter bolts that you have to take off, and there's 2 here, 2 on this side. Just go ahead and drop those, leave them hanging. You want to make sure you do take off your CV axles, kind of leave them hanging. Don't worry, they are a full velocity, 360 degrees, so they are flexible. It's not gonna pop off. You do want to, if you can, go ahead and strap them down so you don't leave them hanging. You will need some support here. You want to make sure you leave the other 2 upper motor mounts. Do not take those motor mounts off. All you want to do is you want to take the transmission mounts. You have 1 here, 1 in the front, and 1 on top. Pretty much we got it down. As you can see, the transmission's already cracked open. We did miss 1 bolt, which is on the very top up here, which I'm about to show you. And maybe you can see it really good, but let's see. It's kind of going in there, guys. And we need some light, but it is here. There's 1 bolt here, 1 on top here. You figure take all this off, this will be your last one remaining. It should be a little tricky, but you should have enough space once you drop your racks and your cross member to get it off. That is the last bolt that we have remaining. And as you can see, this is the reason why we're replacing the rear main seal. There's a little drip hole here, which will let you know once that rear main seal rips, this thing starts to soak itself up. And you'll see oil here kind of splattered around all the cross member. So I mean, if you do go, you kind of see that oil drips. That's your most main causes, is your rear main seal is worn out. As you can see, other than that, there is 12 bolts on the bell housing you would need to take off. I will stop so you guys can see how far we are. There's your, both CV axles are off, your lower control. There's 3 bolts on the control arm, which you want to take off because that comes down with the cross member, which will be right here. 1 will be left on, actually 2, and 1 comes off. Pretty much what you want to